On this episode, we revisit old friends, bemoan the overrated, and gaze with magnanimous arousal toward the future.
Wow. I'm getting a magnanimous arousal just from that.
Welcome to Save Every Universe. My name is Alec Garcia. I am a slave who won't stand by and watch the abuse of a child. Though humanity doesn't believe I deserve the freedom they enjoy, I'll choose to do the right thing anyway. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I don't know that one.
You don't?
Should I?
No. Probably not.
Okay.
If you would have played the demo like I told you,
Oh,
you might.
I know what it is now. Actually, that's a long list of games of things you tell me I should be playing the demo and I don't. But
there was a long list of games you should have played this year that you didn't.
But there's also a long list of games that I should have played this year that I did.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
My name's Robbie. I still can't use electricity well. When I'm surprised or excited, I sometimes discharge electricity unintentionally.
Oh, like prematurely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just...
If I'm
there
surprised.
It goes. It just...
Yeah, it's just... all over somebody's,
circuit board.
Circuit board.
Sure.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Are you the robot from that movie in the 80s, the Short Circuit?
Short Circuit.
Yeah.
I'm actually the robot from Short
the
Circuit 2.
The precursor to WALL-E. Didn't those robots actually look kind of similar?
Yeah.
The one from Short Circuit and the one from WALL-E, right?
Yeah, except I was from Short Circuit 2.
Okay.
There was a subtle hint in there.
So Short Circuit 2, and then WALL-E.
Then WALL-E.
Yeah.
I might be WALL-E next week.
Hey, that's a good idea.
I wasn't.
They never did a game with that, huh? Like they did with a lot of other Disney tie-in stuff.
I could have missed it.
I think they... No, that was Farm.
I know
that was Farm Simulator. It would just be like hours of you just scooping trash. And
yeah, I mean, I think they put him
in
in that Disney Infinity toy game.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That's cool. That movie is incredibly underrated.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Who were you last week?
Last week I was Scott Ryder from Mass Effect Andromeda. I re-downloaded it recently and gave it another shot. So we played the Anthem Alpha. Coming out pretty soon is the Anthem VIP demo for people who pre-ordered like us schmucks.
Not schmucks.
I know.
True believers.
It's pretty good. So one of the things I kept thinking when playing that was like, oh, it's like Mass Effect Andromeda. But better and more flying and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, flying.
Yeah.
It's a real treat.
So, but I was like, it kind of gave me the itch to go back and give Andromeda another try because even though the story was poopy, the combat was really good.
It's really good.
And I went back and played a little bit of it and my evaluation of it did not change. The story is makes no sense even right out of the gate, but the combat's really good. It's a beautiful game. That game had so much more potential. I think they just probably... It had to have just been their B team on the narrative side who didn't really know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Because the people who did the combat did a very nice job.
I beat it, and I think that's a pretty fair evaluation. I forced myself to get through it. I think I've said that on the podcast before, but I can't believe you're Scott Ryder.
Yeah.
Last week I was let's see if I don't know how to. They pronounce it differently in the West versus Japan, but I was Cyan, Cyan, like the color, Cyan. From Final Fantasy VI.
Cerulean, I think, is the blue you're thinking. Okay.
Is there cyan?
Yeah. It's like the CMYK. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black.
And so I was Cyan from the color spectrum.
Oh.
No, his name's Cyan. He's from Final Fantasy VI.
He's named after a color.
I don't know what he's named.
Yeah.
They actually pronounce it differently in Japan.
Okay. So I'll be Cerulean next week then.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be Chartreuse.
We should drink some chartreuse on the show. What have you on the docket today, Robbie? What are we talking about? I'm excited about this one.
Well, so I guess this is a good segue. So I've been playing Final Fantasy VI again.
Okay.
I beat it a long time ago.
On your phone?
Yeah, I've been playing on my phone, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
Some of the movement's a little wonky because I'm not using a controller. I'm using just the touchscreen controls. But it's really fun to just be able to pull out of my pocket a kick-ass old RPG.
I like that they brought a lot of those over. I think they did the 15 pocket edition this year and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I haven't tried that. I beat 15. I'll probably do Tactics or Chrono Trigger next.
Oh, Tactics is a good one. Yeah. Is Chrono Trigger on the phone?
Yeah.
Really?
They released it on Steam and on the phone.
Okay.
And it was a big pile of shit on the PC.
Okay.
I didn't even buy it. It's my favorite game of all time, and I didn't buy it because it was such a pile of shit.
Huh.
But I've heard the mobile adaptation's okay.
Yeah.
Because whatever.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm also really enjoying Final Fantasy VI this year.
Yeah.
like there's a lot that I forgot about it. I don't know why. I don't know if I was in a weird place. I played 7 before 6, and then kept trying to compare 6 to 7.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I just tried to...
Because 7 was pretty significantly different.
Yeah.
From the ones that came before. Yeah.
But people notoriously say 6 is the best one.
And Kafka is one of the best.
Kafka.
I always want to... Because I always want to say he's Kafka-esque. Yeah.
Kafka.
I've heard, he's like supposed to be one of the best villains of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really good.
Nice.
And somehow, like, totally worth going through and enjoying the story on the phone.
Yeah. Sweet.
But that's not what we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
Well, the reason why it segues is because it's been a rather enjoyable gaming experience. And now that I think this is coming out on the 1st, right?
I think so, yeah.
So it's a new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And we thought this would be a good opportunity for us to go through some of our favorite 2018 gaming experiences. What do you have on the docket, Alec?
Yeah, so I mean, last year we did best games and gaming experiences.
Yeah.
But I feel like with so many of the games that came out this year, they sort of warranted their own discussion and warranted their own episodes. In a lot of ways, like we did a whole thing talking about Red Dead, a whole thing talking about Spider-Man. So we don't totally want to.
Have we done a whole thing on Red Dead? I know we're gonna go a lot more into detail.
We did one right before it came out about the horse balls.
Oh, about like realism in video games.
Yeah.
And so, I think we're gonna still do a
full episode on Red Dead early in 2019. So so I don't totally want to recap. We did a whole episode on Detroit too. If you missed any of those, go back and check those out. Give those a listen if you want a more deep dive on any particular games. But so this year we kind of wanted to just do a lighter, funner recap of like not just the best games, because that's pretty clear. Game Awards recapped that really well. But what were our favorite personal total bias, what were our favorite gaming experiences of the year, and maybe some of the games we felt like were disappointing, maybe, if we have time to get around to that. But go ahead and kick it off, man. What do you have?
So this one's a love-hate, and it's Destiny, like most of my love-hate feelings on gaming. But there was a raid that came out in May.
Yeah.
It's called the Spire of Stars. We ran it a little bit.
I ran it all the way to the boss and didn't finish the boss because it was notoriously buggy.
It was so buggy and caused me so much anger and frustration. My wife almost made me quit Destiny because I was so pissed off. You were very unpleasant
around that time.
Dude, it was rough. We'd spend like hours in there, and there were so many times we should have had it, but some mechanical weird glitch thing would stop us. Yeah. And so we spent weeks trying to clear that raid, and I don't think there's any other raid that we've gotten stuck on quite like that one.
And it was actually quite difficult too. Like on top of that, it was actually
so many enemies,
and the fly up in the thing and calling out the symbols. And it actually did get more complex, I feel like, than a lot of the other final encounters.
And it was pretty unforgiving. Like if you screwed up one of those mechanics, it was a wipe. It wasn't like let's just reset and try again. Mid-fight, it was like, cool, you're completely dead. Yeah. So to have like such an unforgiving fight coupled with a super buggy fight is rough. But when we beat it, it was a very good feeling. Like it was like such a, that's right, we overcame this. And the week that we beat it, if we hadn't cleared it, I was uninstalling Destiny. Like I was actually at the point. I'd promised Ashley. Yeah. It's like this is
the
it.
Last time.
I'm not doing this again. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna keep spending my weekends ruining it, because I was in law school. I was like, this isn't fun. Games should be fun. They should be like, gaming with your friends should be an enjoyable experience. Yeah, it was not, and it wasn't their fault. It was the damn buggy. Oh man, it was rough, but finally got over it. I don't think I ever.
So was there a best in there, or just the feeling of finally beating
the triumph? It was a good gaming moment when we all finally beat it. We were all just like screaming in the mics, "Yeah, finally! Fuck God, yes! I'm never coming back in here." Yeah. So that was a cool moment.
No one ever did it. Like it never got talked about after that.
Tony went back and took another raid group through it.
Dang.
And if you see now, he's bald.
That's kidding. Yeah, that's it. It wasn't having a child.
No. It was much more stressful than having a child. He did, but I don't think any of the rest of us went back in.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I did it just the one to the final, got right up to that final encounter, and even that was like the opening. There's a thing where you have to pass the balls around at the beginning, and it was like you'd throw it to somebody, it would like hit them, and then it would like
bounce off, disappear.
Like, what the hell? Even that whole opening thing was fairly buggy as well. So I don't totally feel your pain, but
dude, we had the rest of the raid down to a science. Like we could get through it in like 20 minutes. Yeah. And then we get to the final encounter and spend hours.
Wipe. Yeah.
Not fun.
So your whole experience with Destiny was kind of that through the whole year.
That sums up my feelings on Destiny.
And then you have not been so keen on on it.
Black Armory. Well, I'm just tired, dude. I'm just burned out. I'm tired of the weekly grinds. I'm tired of the way my kids look at me. I'm tired of the way my wife doesn't. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's 310 to Yuma. Right?
Is it?
Yeah.
My wife doesn't. Yeah.
I'm just tired of it. I read an interesting article earlier in the year that was like, maybe Destiny just, it's not that there's anything wrong with it, we just can't do it forever. There just comes a point when you're just fatigued with playing Destiny.
So, okay, but you're all excited about Anthem.
I'm really excited for Anthem. New.
Yeah, you think? You know, I mean, like the loot shoot grind. Like, I don't know how different they can make that game loop. You know what I mean?
But see, I don't think it's the loop. I don't know what it is. There's just things. It's weird. It's like minor things are what's pissing me off the most. It's like when you have lived with a roommate and it's just time to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this happened between us, but there are things, or maybe in a relationship when you realize you need to take a step back and do some work. Yeah. Like, there's stupid little things that are pissing you off that shouldn't be pissing you off that much.
Yeah.
Like, how long is this fucking game gonna load? God damn it! Why am I even playing this game? Like, I don't remember being so mad about load times, but lately, every load time has got me wanting to smash my controller. It's like little tiny things are just pissing me off.
Yeah, and that's like quality of life stuff they should have fixed a long time ago. And when D2 first launched, there was the being able to go, you didn't have to go back to orbit before launching something else. You could launch stuff straight out of the tower or straight out of the world. And we're like, oh my gosh, that was such incredible. A big deal.
But the problem is they've still tied all the bounties and everything to the tower.
Right, so you still have to
go. So I can't just get on and jump into it.
Yeah.
I have to load the game.
Go to the tower.
Go
do some stuff.
Shop around.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got a thing in my mail.
You don't think Anthem's going to be the same way? You're still going to have to go back to the
here's
Forge
the thing.
To like modify weapons.
I think it's just the like minor nuances. Yeah. There's still gonna be load times. I don't know what it is. I think it's like I've just done it in that setting too many times. It's just too much.
Just ready for something new.
Yeah, I think it's just ready for something new.
Yeah. You're looking forward with magnanimous expectancy to the future that is Anthem.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, the guns are still good, but I'm just tired of running the Crucible. And I'm tired of dying to the same gun in the Crucible that I've been dying to. Like, I'm tired of being shot by Luna's Howl.
Right.
But I'm not going to go put in the time to go do Luna's Howl because that's insane. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I just think that I mean, so, okay, when they made stuff, they had the courage to, like, make stuff more OP, right? Like, they made exotics fun again, and some of them were OP. And for a while, it was like you always got killed by the colony grenade launcher in PvP, and it was a pain in the ass, but it was like, overall, you're like, okay, this is a nice change. I don't know. I think that just happens over time, no matter what, right? And I don't know how much Anthem or the Division 2 is going to be able to fix that, like, grind loop fatigue. You know what I mean? I just don't know. It's going to be nice. Like, the campaign's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool to play with friends. There's going to be like a period of in-game where you're like, oh, this is amazing. So much better than Destiny. Like, people are going to say shit like that. And then you're still going to fall back into a loot shoot grind. And I don't know. Like, so what should Destiny do? Go back to like a flattened, like, all the guns are the same and even, and because that was boring as shit.
It was.
Even though I'm just as annoyed about Luna's Howl as you are. Like, I think the world of loot shooters is like, those are the problems that everyone's trying to solve right now that nobody has good answers to, and I'm still not totally convinced that Anthem can fix all that.
Here's my theory, or here's maybe probably why I'm like the most frustrated with Destiny. Right now, in order to get like powerful gear and upgrade your shit to do the raid, you got to get powerful rewards.
Right.
And there's a list of things you can do to get powerful rewards.
Which is it's a much more diverse list than it was.
But here's the thing. What if I wanted to get my powerful rewards just from running strikes with my friends?
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
I have to go play Crucible. I have to go play Gambit. I have to go do the daily story missions.
That I do agree with.
Even if I don't want to.
Right.
I can't really game the way I want to game.
Yeah.
What if I just want to go do Blind Well and grind out stuff that way?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
They've kind of robbed me of playing the game the way I want to play it.
And what ends up happening with... So, I actually do agree with this. So like... PvP, right? You go to the Crucible to get your powerful reward or whatever. I mindlessly just kind of hop around. If I kill some people, maybe I do. I am not trying at all because I'm just trying to get through my 5 rounds to get my powerful drop. I think me and you were talking about this the other day, like the PvP PvE trying to do both and doing the sandbox in the same like all the adjustments and stuff in the same sandbox makes no fucking sense.
Right.
And so I think Anthem will fix that because they're not doing PvP and they're going to focus 100% on a good PvE experience. I think they will fix that component of what makes Destiny a little bit like grindy in a bad way. Like I have to do Crucible just to get that drop if I want to hit level so I can go raid or whatever. It's PvE people that have no interest in PvP and they're strong armed into doing it to get a powerful drop.
And that's what's happening, right? And I think that's what's pissing me off, right? I should be able to, and do they want what's the point of making this huge grind to the raid? It's not because it's not a difficulty thing. It's not skill based. Yeah. It's truly just a time gate. Yeah. So why can't I put in my time how I want to put in my time? Right. Right. I get that you don't want everybody beating your game too quickly.
Some degree, I mean, I guess to some degree you have a little bit of that with they have prime engrams that can drop as if you wanted to just run strikes and hope you get a prime drop, like you could do that.
Yeah, but even things like Gambit drop it at a higher rate. Like it's just like. Technically, I don't have to do those things, but I'm not going to get as many powerful rewards.
That actually is one of the things I'm most excited about Anthem, though, is to see how that 100% focus on PvE changes the overall loot shoot experience. Because Division did the same thing. They were like, oh, we'll have the Dark Zone. And they spent a lot of time trying to fix the Dark Zone when they had a bunch of shit in PvE that they could have improved. And yeah. And I think, if anything, this year we've seen the power of games choosing to focus. Like Black Ops was like, okay, no one really plays everyone's fatigued with the campaign, let's just get rid of it and focus on why people buy this game, and it turned out to be a great experience. So Anthem making that choice, I think, is a very interesting one.
I think maybe they can get around some of these issues. It just depends on how they implement their system, and some of it's also like, if there are experiences in the game that are enjoyable, you don't mind repeating them. But if they're games that you're tired of doing, or if they're activities you're tired of doing and you're forced to do them anyway, that increases your burnout rate way quicker. Like, I don't mind getting on Final Fantasy 14 and doing a leveling dungeon roulette. I don't mind it. There's enough variety there, things are changing up enough. I've mostly enjoyed that. But there's something about going and doing the same type of grind in Destiny and dude, their random number, like their
RNG is busted ass.
Their RNG is busted. You and I have run strikes together and gotten like the same one strike 50% of the time. Like, we keep getting the same strikes,
which is the same problem they had in Destiny 1, and I'm not sure why they can't. I'm not sure why they can't or don't fix that thing. They added the singes in, the burns, right, for the week or for the day or whatever it is, and it's like they push you into like the one or two strikes that have that burn at the end to try to like feign that this is more of a challenge, but it's just monotonous that you have to run the same one over and over
again. And then the daily story missions that you can run, it seems like they're giving us,
they cherry pick out the hardest ones instead of giving like an interesting
to make it longer,
not even the hardest one, the longest ones instead of a variety.
And it's like, I'm just sick of running. I've run that same mission on Titan. I'm always helping Zavala and going through the Guardian, get away, you don't have the light. Like, I just know the lines because it's like those are the same ones. Like, really,
I remember feeling this way at the end of Destiny 1 though, and where it was like you'd done the same strike over and over and over, and you knew exactly what gun to hit, exactly how to melt the boss. Like, it feels like that again. So it must be time for Destiny 3.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's move on.
Well, you got a great gaming
experience.
I do
think that's an interest, and we'll have to cover that when Anthem and the Division, I think, are both out. We've dabbled with those a little bit. I want to do like a full loot shooter breakdown on.
I'm going to be talking about Anthem so much, people are going to unsubscribe.
Where the genre is at and where we think it's going to go based on this new arena, all these new, because it's going to change and it's going to So I think that's interesting. A good idea. But, okay, let's do something a bit more positive. I just want to say this game did not come out this year. But holy crap, I still love this game. I still think about this game. I still want to go do the ghost mode on this game and like the permadeath and the whole deal. And I've done it a little bit, but not as much as I have wanted to during Game Apocalypse in the fall. Ghost Recon Wildlands is a wonderful game. It is one of my favorite co-op experiences I've had in a very, very long time, I think. Maybe for that type of game, I think maybe like one of the old Splinter Cell co-op experiences has been, dude, it's so much fun.
Dude, it's been a blast. It has been some of the most fun I've had in gaming all year. Like, we've had, especially when we're running with my brother, and I think we get one run in with Pab over like a free weekend or something.
He got the free weekend.
We had a good like one weekend where all four of us had squatted up and we're in a helicopter and the crazy shit we were doing when we were being like stealthy, it was awesome. When we were being crazy, it was awesome.
You can really play it in a diverse way where it's like, okay, we feel a little more serious. We're going to go in tight. We're going to communicate. And then sometimes you're just like barreling in and blowing crap up and killing each other. And it's awesome. It is so much fun.
It was so much fun. We started out by playing the main story kind of crazily.
Yeah.
Like with helicopters and loud and never being stealthy and never just balls to the wall, crazy guns blazing. And it was so much fun. Jumping out of helicopters, dodging missiles and get out, and everyone parachuting out. Like, it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And then we switched to ghost mode because we beat it.
Yeah.
And it was hard.
Really hard.
And we had to like up our game, but we got like really tight and really quiet and we were like
picking shots and calling shots for
we
each
like
other.
rose to the challenge and even that was super fun. It wasn't as zany, but it was still like really like we'd like finish a mission, be like, hell yeah, boys, we got it done. Like it was a lot of fun.
And even if you play it solo just for the story or whatever, it's really good. And the way you can pick like you can like, what is it called? Tagging. You can like tag bad guys and then have your squad like take them down all simultaneously on your call and stuff. It's a really good, fun tactical shooter, and it's actually a really solid open world game. I mean, it's an interesting, diverse world.
Fun stuff to
find. The bad guys
find.
you take down are good. The little side quests are pretty fun and stuff. It is a highly underrated game, and we played that. Like it was more like spring summer. We played the shit out of that
game.
Played it
a lot.
And that was playing that together, doing the co-op experience of that was one of my favorite experiences this year.
It was awesome, dude. Yeah. I didn't play it solo very much. You and my brother did, but then we'd get on and I'd be like, well, I'm still on this guy, and I'd be like, who cares? Load up the chopper.
Exactly. Like tag it. Let's go do it.
Yeah, it was nice. It didn't really matter what the mission was.
Yeah.
I remember this one. This was a good one.
We all genuinely enjoyed playing so much.
Yeah. We all played kind of differently too, which made it more fun.
Well, the cosmetic stuff was cool. And
dude, it was ridiculous. Yeah. Dude, rolling around dressed as the Predator.
Yeah, the Predator
was so satisfying.
Or like a cigar dangling out of your mouth or whatever.
And then the cutscenes like kept you dressed that way, so you'd be like the Predator stalking behind your target.
Yeah. And they did a nice job with some of the free updates, like fighting the Predator in the jungle, the little crossover they did with Sam Fisher and Splinter Cell and stuff.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Part of why I know you take issue with this, but part of why I'm so excited about the Division 2 in 2019 is that we had so much damn fun with that. And I'm hoping they're not the same game, but I am hoping that they take some of the lessons they learned from Division, not just the Division 1, but also from Rainbow Six Siege, also from Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I think they're going to deliver with Division 2. I really do.
They can deliver it in the summer when I'm not playing Anthem.
Okay. So, I see,
dude, they're just so close together.
They really are.
That's rough.
Sometimes I'm a little more excited about the Division 2, though, over Anthem, just because we had so much damn fun with Tom Clancy games in the past.
But we didn't have we had pretty good time playing Division 1. Leveling in Division 1 was a lot of fun.
Yeah. But as long as they support it with good free content and that kind of stuff, it's going to be a good game.
So another gaming experience on that same vein, Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
We've been playing through it. We've almost beat it.
In particular, there were 2 moments co-oping through Far Cry 5 where you were like fighting and we were getting like swarmed. And for some reason, I got on a tractor, and we were trying to blow up one of those silos, and I just drove it very slowly. It had all the blades on the front of it spinning, and I just like, bink, into the silo, and just, gadoosh, and I watched it go up in flames on your screen. It was epic,
dude. The stuff that has happened in Far Cry 5, I haven't laughed that hard in gaming in years. Yeah. Like, I'm laughing so hard, I'm like going to pass out. Because it's like so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nick Rife flying into us.
Yeah, we were just cruising along in a plane.
And our own sidekick just flew into us on accident. Like,
we bail out in our parachutes. And it's just such an absurd,
we're wearing
our
space outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Our giant astronaut helmet.
The first DLC was a space-themed deal. Yeah. And so we dressed up in astronaut outfits for our whole playthrough.
So being in these like serious cutscenes with like dark gritty stuff happening, but Alex in a space helmet.
Your hand reaches out and it's in like a full space man outfit. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just been like some of the funniest, having grizzly bears like attack us in the middle of like not even expecting it. I'm like, why are you screaming like a, oh my god, it's a
spaceman running towards you with a grizzly bear chasing you.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is, but it has been, I haven't laughed that hard in years playing video games.
Yeah. I would agree with
It's
that.
been really good.
That is a pure freaking joy, man. And I'm excited for Far Cry New Dawn to play. Hopefully, we'll finish Far Cry 5 in time.
We're close
to maybe play that. That might be a summertime thing.
I bet 2 more sessions and we finish it.
Yeah.
Because we've almost cleared
the third boss,
the final boss.
Then
we have the father.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude.
2 more sessions.
That's doubt.
But yeah,
and that's just your sin talking. Dude.
So
that's enough of your doubt.
If you own Far Cry 5 and you haven't played it with a friend yet, it is worth another playthrough.
Yeah, because Alec played it through by himself. You played it by yourself.
Yeah. And I loved it. I loved the story. Like I said on our Game Awards episode, I think it deserved to be a Game of the Year nominee. It's a fantastic game, but beat it, enjoy the story, all that stuff, and then find a friend to play through it with. It is so much fun.
Yeah, I didn't put that in my notes. You know what else I forgot to put in my notes? Now it's coming back to me. Dude, A Way Out was a lot of fun to play. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I said, okay. Dude, A Way Out was so much fun to play together.
Yeah.
I don't know that mechanically it was the best game ever made.
No, it was flawed. It was quite flawed.
But, like, it was really fun.
But the story was good. Like, the
story
performance, like, the voice acting and performance.
They did a good job.
Good. There were a couple moments where I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I've never seen that in a game before, where you're running out of the hospital and it flips perspectives back and forth and stuff.
That part was crazy.
Super cool.
Yeah, the perspective stuff was cool. The choices you could make were pretty cool. The ending was pretty, like, because you invested, it was emotional. Yeah. We actually have some of our gameplays on YouTube, which were pretty funny.
Yeah, most of it's up.
I think most of it's up. But the ending was like, we were, oh, ha, 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 oh, wow, this is sad.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, it was like, it like hit you in the gut. Yeah. It was a good game.
Yeah, it really was a good game. It wasn't like, technically it was a little bit flawed, but overall it was a really fun, satisfying experience.
Yeah, that would be another one, like, if you had a friend to play it with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it with some random person online. Like, that wouldn't be a fun matchmaking thing.
Yeah, if you play it with somebody you know, it makes the ending all that more satisfying. Yeah.
That was a really fun gaming experience, though.
Yeah.
That came out this year, right? I'm not off.
No, it did. Yeah, it came out in, like, March or February or something.
I think we played it a little late, but still...
So do you have any games from this year that you wanted to play, but because of Game Apocalypse you weren't able to?
Like, just haven't even... Oh, yeah, Dragon Quest 11.
Oh, yeah, I've heard really good things.
I want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
It's on my Christmas list.
Yeah.
I'm, like, actually worried somebody's going to get it for me, because, like, I don't know when I'm going to play it. Like, but I want to. It looks so good, and I've liked past Dragon Quest games. I played the ones on DS.
Yeah.
I played some of 7. I didn't finish it for really stupid reasons, but it's a really fun, dude. It's fun, and I love Square Enix.
Yeah.
I really like. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the artist. It's the same guy that did Chrono Trigger, and he does Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
He did Chrono Trigger. He does Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Like, he's a great artist. I love his stuff. The music is awesome. I love the style of the game, but I haven't been able to touch it, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like a big open world RPG. Like, it's not a quick breeze through.
Did you play Ni no Kuni 2? That one got really good reviews too.
I didn't play it.
Oh, okay. That looked like something
it looked
you would
really
be
cool.
Interested in. Yeah.
Dude, Octopath Traveler was one
that's the other one I was going to ask you about. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to play Octopath Traveler. Never got to it.
That's supposed to be an incredible RPG.
What's the other one we played the demo for and I liked it? Nier Automata.
Yeah. Some people say that. Some people say Automata.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That looked really cool. I would have gotten into that.
Yeah, we played the demo and it was really good.
It was fun.
I actually enjoyed it. If you've listened to this podcast this year, you know I'm not a big fan of Japanese games, but that was actually one I really enjoyed. I liked the art style. I liked they did some cool gameplay style switches where it would go to like a top-down, almost arcade shooter, and then it would turn back into a hack and slash. And I heard the story's weird as shit, which is to be expected. But that's one. I guess they're releasing a Game of the Year edition early 2019 for that.
Yeah,
which I'm not sure who voted them Game of the Year, but if it price drops, I'll probably get that at some point.
I don't see, and like again, I don't know when I'm going to play it. And then I have other games that didn't even come out this year that I've just always wanted to get to and still haven't. Like I still haven't played the Witcher 2 and 3.
Yeah,
I mean I did finish 1, which was awesome. I've wanted to go back and play the Shadow of Mordor games because like I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. It's kind of an Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah,
never touched them either one.
Yeah.
So I have.
Those are good. I didn't play the second one. I played the first one though, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So never got to those either.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
So going back to the co-op thing, because I don't want to sound gushy here, but there were so many good games, right? Like
Gushy,
Spider-Man, and and Red Dead and everything were like these amazing gaming experiences. They were these really satisfying stories.
Yeah.
But like when I look back at the year, like the really fun experiences were the ones like playing with friends, right? Like Go Way Out and Far Cry and stuff.
Wow, this is a big moment for you to say that.
Just shut up. Just shut up for a second. Let me finish. But I played the first Unravel, which is the indie game with the Yarny. I think we should play through Unravel 2, which is like a co-op platformer, which we've never played. I don't think we've ever co-opted something like that before.
No, we should.
But I thought it was a pretty fun platformer, and I think we should do that. And I think we should put it on YouTube and do a Let's Play.
So you know what's funny? I saw it and was like, oh, I should play through that with Jack. And then you were like, dude, we should play through that together. I was like, oh, I guess I should play through it with Alec.
It's cheap right now. Yeah.
And then Ashley was like, you need to play through that with me. So now I have a list. Like,
you're going to play through it 3 times.
I guess I got to play through it 3 times.
Yeah.
I think it would be awesome. We should play through it together.
You can play through it with your family, and then you can Sherpa me through it. How about that?
No, other way around.
Oh, okay.
Because...
oh, yeah.
Look, honey, I love you. You're horrible at platforms.
Yeah, but if you can Sherpa her through it because you've done it before,
so I'll play through it with you, and then Jack, who's better than her.
The wife goes last.
I'm sorry. I love her, but platforming is not her strength.
Yeah.
Platforming and shooters, I gotta be careful about playing those with her.
Yeah.
We can do racing games. We can do RPGs.
Yeah.
But...
What? Well, no. We'll save that for another day.
Yeah, let's save that
the other game that I really want to try is Hitman 2. I said this before, and they added a ghost. I think they call it ghost mode, where you're trying to go after the same targets, and you are like competing against the other person in the same world, and you can see like a ghosty version of the other person.
Yeah, and you're like racing to
assassinate or get more points doing it a certain way.
I'd smoke you, dude.
It looks really.
I'm so reckless.
So I guess you can get. I think they call it a ghost coin or something like that, and so you can. If you see the other person and they're like sneaking behind someone, you can like flick a coin. This is like the only influence you have over their world, and it'll make like people look. And so you can sabotage them a little bit.
That sounds pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, it actually sounds really, really fun.
Yeah.
So I think those were the two that I was like, man, that would be such a fun co-op experience that didn't even get a chance to get around to.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those would be really good.
I just want to say real quick, I do not understand Monster Hunter World. I was looking back at like the list of games that I was like, they were super highly praised, and I don't understand it. I guess AC Odyssey, don't get it. Like Origins was better. Dead Cells, it's very good, but it's like so stagnant. You're looping through the same shit just over and over. Very like mechanically, it's very good, but I just don't get it. It's not for me. And Monster Hunter World was one of those games where I was like, I put in like 3 hours, 4 hours to it. I'm like, I am not. There's no way I'm gonna play this shit. Like I hated everything about it so much, even though it was a hard game,
and it was.
Yeah, the combat just never felt fluid to me. It had that stiff, clunky Japanese feel to it. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't attribute that just to Japanese, but
no.
I
guess that they have some fluid hack and slash. Linear Automata was a very fluid hack and slash. See, so why can't they do it? Point made. Thank you, Robbie. You hated it too?
I didn't hate it. I got tired of it eventually.
Yeah.
But actually, I had some really cool moments. I played with my brother a lot, and we had some really cool. Dude, when it was such a difficult combat system, but when you got it down, I think this is probably why like people play Dark Souls and stuff. When you were up against this beast and you like flawlessly took it down, it felt so satisfying. Like you felt like a master.
And that's what Japanese games get praised for, right? Is a more deep, more of a learning curve to the combat systems and inventory systems and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude. I like that's one of the few games, and I've said this in the podcast before. I hate watching YouTube videos. I like trained. To be better at Monster Hunter because it was so hard. And like I didn't know the series, so I had to like learn. I switched combat styles a couple times to like get the hang of stuff. But it was pretty satisfying.
I guess I just didn't have the patience for it. But it was one of those games like I really wanted to like. It's a beautiful game. It got great reviews. A lot of the crossover stuff they did was super cool. It's a game I really, really wanted to like. And I guess I can see why people like it in general, but holy shit. Was that game ever not for me? When
I finally got there's like a long katana style that I started with and sucked. I was like super frustrated. I switched to a bow and arrow, which I hate, but it was like the only way I could progress. And then I like beat the main story, watched videos, trained with it's called longsword, but it looks like a sweet samurai katana. And went back to it. It was so satisfying, dude. There was like a perfect window of counters. So if a monster lunged at you and you timed your stance right, you get this block and like counterattack and knock the monster over.
That's cool.
Dude, oh my god. I had this move. I wish I would have taken a video of it. I hit a monster down a fucking mountain.
Nice.
Like I just timed it perfect, and he came at me, and I just was like, ding, and he lunged and hit the monster right on the nose.
Yeah.
It stunned him,
Yeah.
and the monster went fucking ass over teacups down this mountain. And I was just like, this is the greatest day. Like, it was so badass, and he just plummeted, and I just stood at the top of this mountain.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a good moment. I didn't love everything about Monster Hunter World, but that moment was worth it.
Yeah.
Because you felt like a fucking master, dude. You were like, this is why we are the stewards of the earth. Nothing can there was some hubris. It was great, dude.
That's amazing.
It was fantastic.
See, I got none of that out of that game.
Dude, I mean, it took so much work to get there, and
Right.
even then, you got to be like really good and kind of get lucky,
Yeah.
but goddamn, that was a satisfying moment. I don't think I have that on my list either, but now that you're talking about Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
I don't miss it. I don't really want to even go back, but I'm glad I played it.
Well, it was kind of the safe haven refugees of Destiny when Destiny was in a not good
In the
spot.
place I mentioned earlier.
A lot of people
Yeah.
migrated over to
I think
that
that's
for
when
a
I was
short
playing it.
period and then came back once Destiny got a little better. But
Yeah. I was mostly playing Monster Hunter
Yeah.
during that period.
yeah.
Dude, I loved Mario Odyssey. I know you were all
That's last year, dude. I don't even want to talk about it.
but I didn't play it till this year.
Oh, yeah,
These
yeah.
are my gaming moments. Okay? I bought a Switch in the spring.
I was talking about that with somebody. I was talking about it with Jimmy with your brother last night. I did not. It was good, but it was not. It was like one of my least favorite Mario games I think
Dude,
I've ever
that's
played.
so weird. It was so awesome.
It was okay. Rabbids was a better Mario game, dude.
I mean, Rabbids is fun. I haven't even beat it yet, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not no, I disagree.
Yeah, I didn't have that much fun with Odyssey. It was kind of cute, and there was the hat and the.
Dude, it was.
I went from world to world, and then it was over. And
Didn't you try and find the side challenges that were super hard and challenging?
Yeah, I did a couple of those. It was not interesting. None of it was interesting. It felt. I don't know. It just didn't feel that well thought out to me.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, well,
dude, no
let's
way.
think up some different worlds, and he gets on the ship, and it just goes around. There was like, I don't know.
No way, dude.
Even the hat thing, like I felt.
I played through with my son too, so I think that was a really cool experience.
Yeah,
like,
see, I
us
could
working
see that being a
together
lot of fun. Yeah, and yeah, he's old enough now that he's good at those
yeah.
games, and yeah, I could see that being a really fun experience.
Well, and he played through it with me as Cappy, and we
Okay.
beat it,
Yeah.
and then he knew the game, and
Right.
then he beat it by himself as
Okay.
Mario. Like he went back and played
Nice.
it because he got the game and got how it worked.
Yeah.
And beat Bowser and did the full thing, dude.
Yeah.
He's then I've mentioned this before, but he's better at finding secrets than I am.
Yeah.
He finds crazy fucking secrets. I don't know if anybody saw Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
Jack would have found the first egg.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Let's turn around and go back.
Yeah,
and see what's
that
over
would have been
there.
like the first thing he did, and he would have
Yeah.
found it, and he'd have been the 5-year-old who found the first egg.
Yeah.
Like in Trials Fusion, he does that. So, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And in Mario, I was watching him do stuff that I was like, how did you even think?
Mm-hmm.
And he finds all these crazy secrets. It's really interesting.
See,
but
that's interesting because like we're conditioned by like since Super Nintendo, since
Yeah.
NES days to like this is how games go, right?
and that helps us.
Yeah.
Like it gave me an advantage when like he'd be like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Because like sequences that would have taken him
Yeah,
forever.
but he doesn't have any of that mental conditioning. He's like, oh, let's just play around here and stuff.
Yeah.
The kids are good at play.
Yeah.
In a way that
It's really
adults are
cool.
not. Yeah.
So maybe that helped make the whole experience positive for me too.
Yeah,
Like just
interesting.
watching him
That's a
play
good
and
one.
going through that whole experience.
Thank you for listening to Save Every Universe. If you enjoyed this episode, first of all, have a damn fine new year.
Happy New Year!
And share us with a friend. Make it your New Year's resolution to share us with 34 friends every single week.
I don't even have 34 friends.
Make some on Facebook, brother. Are you gonna?
I don't know.
If you have a gaming related New Year's resolution, or you would like to tell us something that you loved from this past year that we didn't touch on or talk about, we'd love to hear about that. Send us an email at saveeveryuniverse@gmail.com, or if you're a patron, you can hit us up on Discord. We'd love to hear more about your favorite games, favorite gaming experiences in particular. And if you'd like to become a patron, patreon.com/saveeveryuniverse.
That's right, and we'll give you an invite to the Champions of the Universe channel on Discord.
Yeah, where we can chat. Chitty chitty bang bang.